Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our dear brother. The message reads like this. Hello, how are you doing, Brother Nashi? I have my own confession which I want to share with you. Brother Nashi, I am a young man. I graduated from university, but I am in pain. So all along, I had been looking for a job. That was when I met this other lady. She is a wealthy lady, very old, much more older than my own mom. Because of her, I got a swollen leg, and I've been told that this is cancer, all because of this lady. So this rich lady, I met her, and she told me that she has a farm there in Chinoy. So I started dating her. It was like she was the one who seduced me. But what happened was that at that time, I really wanted a job, and I really wanted a woman who could assist me. So I thought that maybe this woman, she was the one. Even though I knew that she was much more older than my mom, but I kept on sleeping with her. My mom and my dad had just divorced out of nowhere, and things were really hard. It was affecting me. I would go to town and I would walk around, not knowing where exactly I wanted to go to, because it was affecting me. I kept on thinking about my mom, and I was saying, who is going to take care of my mom now that my father has ran away with another woman? She was struggling. Sometimes she would call me, asking me if I had gotten a job already. And I would say, no, ma, I have not yet gotten a job. And most of my friends, they were really living what we can call a comfortable life. That was when I met this other woman. So on that day when I met her, we had just went out with my friends just to have fun. And whilst we were there, I saw this very beautiful but old, mature woman. You know, when a woman has money, even if she is old, but still you can call her beautiful. So whilst I was talking with her, she then said that this thing that was going to happen between me and her, it was going to be sort of like a transaction. I would give her sex, and she said that she can only accept me into her life if I can give her, she said, whenever I want you, you must give me a minimum of 4 rounds a night. Anything less than that, then I won't be able to pay you. I was feeling lonely and I was desperate. I accepted her offer, and she told me that she was going to give me a lot of money, and to prove to me that she was going to give me a lot of money, she ordered expensive wine for me. We started mingling and dating, and when we were on that date, there was this other guy who just came out of nowhere. I think he was just a homeless. In our country, we call them street kids. He just came to where I was, and he was like, be careful of that woman. She won't leave you in a good state. Right now, you are healthy. You might be poor, but you need to thank God that you are still healthy. If you sleep with that woman, you are going to regret. That is what the homeless guy told me. If you sleep with that woman, you're going to regret. She did not hear the conversation that I had with that homeless guy, for she was busy dancing to the music as if she was a young girl. I kept on thinking about what the homeless guy had told me. What did he mean when he said that if you are going to sleep with her, you will regret for the rest of your life? But now I have found out that indeed what that young man told me, it was nothing but the truth. I am regretting. When the night ended, she asked me if I was powerful enough to go with her to her house. She has a very beautiful house in Harare. She stays in the suburbs. I told her that, yes, since I had drank a lot of wine, I might be able to use her for 4 rounds. She said, okay, it is cool. We then drove to her house. Then we went to this other garage. We saw that there were some street vendors that were still there. She gave me some money and she said that I was supposed to go and buy what they call Congo dust. That one, when you use it on your manhood, you can last like forever in bed. So that was the first time I used to hear that a lot of truck drivers, they are the ones that use it, but I had never been interested in using it. And then I bought it and I returned with it to the car. We returned back to her house, and when we were in her bedroom, the romance started and everything. She then took that small packet that had the Congo dust and she told me that I was supposed to use it. I was embarrassed, but I told her that I had never used it before. She opened it up, then she took the powder, then she opened that hole where we as men urinate from. Then she started to push the powder into my manhood. She pushed a lot until I felt itchy and really hot, and it was really painful. She said that I was supposed to wait for a minimum of 10 minutes. I waited even though it was really painful, and she said, okay, go and wash yourself. So I went and I washed my manhood directly in the sink because it was really getting hot now. After that, I returned to her, and then that was when I saw that I had a monster truck down there. It was really big and it was refusing to sleep. I worked with her until 3 a.m. from the time that we arrived at her house, and she said that she was impressed. But one thing that I could not understand was that when I was busy sleeping with her, I kept on hearing these funny movements as if there was something that was running around the bed. If it was not for the Congo dust, with the way that I was so nervous, I was never going to be able to perform. As we know that when a man is nervous, then your manhood will never be able to perform. She then told me that the money that she was going to give me, if I was going to give it to the young girls, or at least I was cheating on her, she was going to kill me. The only challenge was that I had a woman that I loved. Me and this girl, we had dated each other since high school. I had left her in the village where my mom was. It then happened that when she gave me money, I was not using all of that money. I would just buy those herbs to make my manhood to be always hard whenever I was with her. When I had something like $600, I then returned back to the village. And then I met the love of my life. And then she told me that she did not trust that I could wait for her since we had never slept together. She then decided to give it to me. The moment that I stopped, soon after I had slept with her, that was when I saw a message on my phone. It was from that same woman that I had met in Harare. She was like, I know what you have done. I told you that you are not supposed to cheat on me. Now, look what you have done to yourself. I got so scared. I thought that maybe she is a CIO, like those guys that work in the intelligence department. So I was like, maybe she's going to kill me. So my idea was that I was supposed to run to South Africa. When I woke up, even my girlfriend, she got so angry because I had told her that I was going to give her at least $100 the following morning. I looked for the money in my wallet, but I could not find it. She cried and she returned back to her parents' house, saying that I was a liar. And then I did not even know what else to do. I then went to the river so that I can speak with one of my other friends who is working as someone who takes care of most of the cattle in our village. I wanted him to borrow me some money so that I can return to the village and speak with my rich blesser. And then, whilst I was sitting down, that was when I saw a text message from the woman whom I was sleeping with. She said, never again in your life try to contact me again, or you will die. When I got up so that I can return back home, that was when I felt like something bit me on my right leg. That is how it started. This cancer that they're saying I have on my leg, that is exactly how it started. I felt something biting me. I searched and I searched and I did not see anything, for I thought that maybe it was a snake. I returned back home and I slept throughout the night. Then the next morning, the pain that I felt, it was as if someone had boiled a jug full of water and then taking my leg and just placing my leg inside that bucket that will be full of boiling water. That was the pain that I was feeling. We went everywhere with my mom, but nothing was working. I then tried to reach out to her on social media using all of her handles, but I cannot find her anymore. So currently I am looking. I do not want to lie to you. I do not have money. This woman, I know that she used me for some rituals, but the problem is that when I go to some traditional healers, they've been telling my mom that they want money, and I do not have. And I know that my mom will never be able to afford the money that they want. We once spoke with one healer whom we met from YouTube, but the healer then said that you wanted at least a minimum of 30,000 US dollars so that we can start. We can never be able to afford because it is just too much. If there is anyone, any healer who can assist me free of charge, I do not care from which country that person will be coming from. If they can assist me, and when I get a job, I promise that I'll be able to pay them back. As for now, I am just suffering. I do not sleep. You can just imagine someone boiling water and pouring it in a bucket. Then they take your leg and then they force you to put your leg in that bucket full of boiling water. That is how I feel each and every time when this cancer decides to give me pain. I am always in pain, Brother Nash. I do not know what else to do. The painkillers, they seem not to be working anymore. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brother. That was the translation. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world.